So today we are going to start with Excel functions, which is basically addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. I hope everybody can see my screen now. I hope everybody can see my screen now. Yes or yes? Now, let's leave this one. So this is an Excel workbook. This is an Excel front end, and we call this one the templates. These are basically Excel templates. Favor is not here. She has been disturbing me since yesterday. Is Favor here? Favor, are you here? She's not here. Later, she'll come and be disturbing me with questions. I asked her to come to be here today now. She does not come. So now let's move forward. This is an Excel template. Templates are pre-made design that you can edit. That's what they call templates. Templates are just pre-made design that you can edit. So if I click on this blood pressure tracker now, if I click on it, slow down. So now you can see now I can this Kingsley. Now this is an example of a template. Now this is a template. I know how many of you are surprised to see Excel like this? Am I still live? How many of us are surprised to see Excel sheets like this? How many of us are familiar with Excel without the cell? How many of us are you familiar with Excel without the cell? Are you no? Okay, you are familiar with it. Okay. Okay. Who else? Okay, you are not familiar with this. Now, Excel. Now, what you are seeing now, the way you see it now is that they've turned up the grid line. What you see here is called the grid line. Now, how can you turn it off and on it again? You can come to view right here. Do you see? I have formula bar and I have headings. Here I have grid line. My grid line is turned off. So if I turn it on back, I should have, now do you see? Now I have my grid line. This is my grid line. Now this is the reason that's the reason why you can't see the line. This line are just called the grid line. They are called the grid line. So you can turn it on and off. So it's something you can turn on and off. If you go to view, you can just decide to turn it on. The same thing with this formula bar that you can see here. So I can turn it off and on, off and on. So that's why you can't, that's why this template does not have a line, because it is called a grid line. So and the grid line is turned off. So now with this template, I can edit it. So they've helped me come up with the structure. I have the structure. What I just need to do now is to edit it. Now I have a filter. I have a filter right here. This is called the filter. Then I can sort. So now I can decide to start editing this. If I choose, I can say, okay, this one is no more 60. This one is no more 68. It is something else. This one is no more 84. It is something else. This is now 141. It is something else. So this is not going to be in the morning. It's going to be in the evening. So you can just work your way around with every template that you see. You can just if I go to file now, this is Excel backend. I go to new, then I still have a whole lot of pre-made template that I can work with. All these are pre-made templates. They are all templates that you can work your way around with. But normally I used to start on a blank workbook. So let's start with addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let's quickly start with that. And I will use that to show you absolute reference, relative reference, and mixed reference. So now, I have a video on reference. I have a video on cell reference that I sent to you. You have a video on cell reference that I sent to you. So that is what you are going to watch this week. Then you are going to go through conditional formatting because that's what I will be taking next week. So you go through conditional formatting and you go through cell reference that I will explain today. I hope you are getting that. Are we still here? It doesn't matter if it does have templates or it doesn't. You can create it. Well, for me, I don't really train you to work with templates. All the templates that you see there are made up with shapes, pictures, and everything. So you can, if I want, I can decide to turn off my grid line and create something else with Excel. So let me turn off my grid line. Now I have turned on my grid line. I can create something else with Excel now. So I can take it, I can insert. Let me go to under insert now. I have a text box. Now with this text box, let's quickly do something. So if I take a text box, now text box is part of Excel tools that you can use to write and move, that you can use to write a text. Then that text, you can move it anywhere you like. So now I have a text box. I'll draw a text box here now. Now, if you see under the text box, I have a shape format right here. All these things, whenever you draw or you come up with a tools that give you any other tabs like this, all these tabs that comes up now is called contextual tab. If I click off it, do you see the tab is gone? If you are not getting it, let me know. If I click off it, the tab is gone. But if I click on here, if I click on this text box, now I have contextual tab, which is shape format. Now with this shape format, I can decide to write welcome to the class. So I can decide to have something like this right here inside the text box. Now with this, I can move it around. I can move this particular text around. Here, I can move it around. So I can move this around. I can move this around to wherever I want it to be. And also I can do some other things with this. So if I have, let's say I want to have something like this here now. So I want the text to move to the center. So Control E is for center alignment. I have it like this. I can increase the size, the font size. I can make it bold. So under insert, I have another thing called word art. Now this is word art. I can decide to change my text to something like this. Now do you see I have it right here. Welcome to the class in the word art. So I can decide to delete this. So if I delete this, now I should have this one. Then I can take it up. I have something like this. Now, let me move it up. Right here. So now with this, I can change a whole lot of things right here. The background color of this, I can try to change it to black to have something like this. I can try to change it to this or to something else like this. And I can say then the outline I can give it something maybe let's say I want a red outline. Then I'll come to the outline again and give it a bit, a big bit, something like this. Then now I can decide to give it an effect. So I can have a reflection of it like this. I have a reflection, or I can give it a glow something like this, and I can decide to give it a bevel for it to look let's do something like this. Now, did you see this? You are lost. Is it? Miss Shalaga said she's lost. Network locked you out. Thank you, beautiful. You are doing your own. Someone said I should recall from the textbooks. How did I remove the rule? You know what? You will do your own and drop it in the WhatsApp group once I'm done with the class now. So okay, I will redo it again. I will go over it again. Kingsley, I beg. So I will do it again now. Then we go, you will do your own and send it to the group. I want to see everybody's own in the group. How many people are here? We have 36. We have 36. So I'm expecting to see 36 word arts and shapes. So now what, let me delete. You can delete it. Now what I did was I go to insert right here. If you see, I have something called text box. So you can pick your text box. I'll choose my text box now. Let me quickly, I can draw a text box. I'll delete again. Linda, if you are here, let me know so that I can answer your question. Linda, if you are here, let me know so that I can answer your question. Let me know so that I can answer your question. So once you go to insert, I don't know why this is my chart. Templates. Please, which sheet are you using? I'm using a blank sheet. I'm using a blank sheet. How do I remove the line? So you go to view. If you go to view, once you are in view, do you see this grid line? I can turn it on, I can turn it off. On, off, on, off, on, off. So that is how to remove it. So you can leave your grid line on. You can leave it on if you like, and you can decide to turn it off. You can decide to turn it off. But now, you see, you can insert pictures, you can insert shapes, you can. So if you are dealing with a company that has a logo, I'm going to show you how to insert their logo. I'm going to show you how to insert their logo very soon. But let's quickly go down. Where can you see the grid line? I told you now, if you go to view, you are in view tab. Then right here under the show, what is it called? Show column. This show, you can turn on the grid line and turn it off. They are all here. So without wasting much time, let's go to here now. I can go to text box. Then I'll draw my text box. Now in my text box, I can decide to write whatever I want to write there. Then another thing is I can actually use word arts. I'll go to word arts. Then I will just pick any type that I want. So let me go with this. Now it says your text here because I've not written anything. So I will say, let me say, I just say welcome. So I have this, welcome to the class, right? Now I said everything, whenever you choose a new tab, whenever you choose a new ribbon and you have different tab here, this tab is called the contextual tab. It's called the contextual tab. Now for this contextual tab, I have shape fill here, which is talking about the color inside this particular shape. Shape fill. I can come here, choose the shape fill and give it a color. Don't seriously not following. Why are you not following? Miss Sophia. Let me go back to Zoom and see your own reason. I'm coming. Let me stop the screen share and now. Where is she safe? Miss Queenie, are you here today? Elizabeth. Miss Sophia or Mrs. Sophia, unmute. Unmute yourself. Yes.
I have.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, bro.
Why are you not following?
I said, I said the place I am before network logged me out, where you are showing us about blood pressure tracker. So apart from that, I don't know how you get to the place you are now. So
So you are seriously lost. Where should I come and pick you now?
because network logged me out, so I was trying to now log in. When I now logged in, I now saw where you are now. So I did not really know how you get to that stage or where you open to get to that place.
Okay, I'll explain that now. Thank you. For those of you that network is logging you out, I'm sorry. Who says she's here? Count on time. My mommy, good afternoon. So now, let me quickly start all over again. You can unmute yourself. Yes, I unmute everybody. Later, I will. People are begging me to unmute. Okay, I'm going to unmute you now. Who is this person? If I'm coming, let me look for Mr. Ruben. Please don't let us waste much time today. We still have a lot to cover. Oh yeah, Mr. Ruben, unmute.
All right, sir. I just want, I am exactly following what you are doing, but after I picked my textbooks,
Okay.
you are welcome. You are welcome. After I went to World Arts to pick one of the World Arts this year, I noticed that it came with a different box again, not the previous one that I picked from.
Yes. Because yes, word arts and textbooks, they are two different things. Do you get? So it's going to come with a new text on a new box entirely. Do you get?
Yes, sir.
They are two different.
So what happens to the previous one?
You can delete it. I just use it. I just use that text box to show you that you can insert a text box, write whatever you want to write, and move it.
I got you now.
Okay. Now, Miss Queen, you can unmute. Mr. Ibidayo. Mr. Ibidayo, I'm very sorry for that, but I'm trying to attend to everybody so that nobody's lagging behind. I beg. No vex. Don't be annoyed. Miss Queen, help me to greet the house and beg and help me to beg Mr. Ibidayo. Is it Mr. or Mrs.? Miss Queen, okay. Okay, let's continue now. Okay. Now let's continue. I'll show you. I'm coming. You see, I'm just having time to edit some of your video. People that has been asking me for video. So I've been busy since, even though right now I have slight edit. I'm just trying to make sure that I attend to today's class. So now, for those of you that are saying where are you going to get textbooks, and for this woman that said, I just pick a template to show you that you can edit the template. So this is a blank work, the one that I'm working with now. You just have to pick a blank workbook, come to File, pick a blank workbook like this. I'm going to pick a blank workbook. So I'll close this one that I'm working with now. I'll close it. I don't need to save. So I'll close that one. Now, on this blank workbook, for you to remove this box that you see here, you come to the view tab, then your grid line, you turn it off. Once you turn it off, then go to insert, where you have this text. In this text column, you see your text box there. You can pick a text box and draw a text box. Whatever text you want to write, you write it inside it. Now, another thing that I work with is this, what is it called? This word art. So you can come here, pick any type of word art that you have, that you like. You can pick the word art. Once you pick the word art, so it says your text here. So if you want to customize the name of your company, maybe you are dealing with the data, but actually, you can, let me do it in another way. Let's say you want to have your grid line turned on. So let's quickly do it that way. So let's have our grid line turned on and write on this column row 1. I'll give more space right here. I'll match everything up right here. I'll highlight, then come to home. Then I'll say match and send match. So I have it matched. So I know that here is where I want to have my company's name and I want to customize it. So I'll go to insert. I'll pick a word art. So let's say I want to use this. Now, since I want to use here, I'll drag it to the place where I want to use it. Then resize it so that it's going to be okay. Now move it up a little bit. I'll move it up a little bit. After that, I'll just resize it. Now after that, I'll go to shape format. Under the shape format, this shape field, I'll click on it, then choose a background color for it. So I'll just choose, let's say I'll go for this. Let's say this blue here or this one. Let's just go for this one. Now, if I want it to have an outline, you have a shape outline. I can come here, pick an outline for it. After giving it an outline, I'm going to increase the weight. If I like, I can increase the weight. Where are you getting the word art? If you go to insert, right here, under text, you see the word art. So, then I'll retype. I'll type the name of the company there. I'll type the name of the company there. So let's say I'll just use a random text. So I'll use welcome to the class. If that's the name of your company, you can use it. Welcome to the class. So I have something like this. I have something like this in my text. So if I go to this this shape format, now I'll go to shape effects. Shape effects. So I can give it a shadow. If you want it to have a shadow, something like this, you can give it a shadow. It's just a way of, this is how a lot of data analytics, this is how they normally come up with their dashboard. So using shapes, text box, multiple pivots. So you see them, they will just have the name of the company, the logo. So these are how they are inserting it. So if you like, you can have it in a shadow. You can give it a reflection. Did you see the reflection? You can give it a reflection. So it all depends on what you want. After that, or you give it a glow, something like this. So you can give it a glow. Or if you like, you can give it a soft edge. You have something like this. A soft edge. It all depends. And you can give it a bevel. So you can give it a bevel. You can have a bevel. So let's say I want to use this bevel. Now do you see how it looks? Now you can give it a bevel. After or apart from bevel, you can decide to give it 3D rotation. So now you can have, let me look for a 3D rotation that makes more sense. Is this okay? Let's see. Which one do you think is okay? So let's just speak. I think I'll just go for this one. So now you can have something like this. Now, if this is the name of your company and you want to insert your company's logo, let me just reduce this. Now, let's say you want to, this is the name of your company and you want to insert your company's logo right here, or you want to put your company's logo here. So let me increase the size. Now, since this is the name of my company, I want to put the logo here. So what I just need to do, there are two ways of inserting logo. So you can come here to the picture under insert tab. You come to the picture. So let's say this device, let me see. I don't think I have any picture on this system. So let's see this one. So I'll just look for one image. Okay, let me use this logo. So I'll just insert. And now I should have the logo right here. Let me reduce it and move it to the top. Move it to the top. So I think, so I should have the logo right here, then I'll just move it to this place. I just move the logo right here. Did we all get this one? Did we all get it to this point before I move out of here completely? Yes or no? So if there's no answer, I'll assume that is yes. Okay, fine. Now let me show you the second way of importing a logo. So I'll delete it. So if I go here, then I'll come to shape. So I can pick any of these shapes. So if I want my logo to be in circle, I'll just pick this over and draw this circle right here in the shape. So under this shape fill, there are different type of fill. You can use gradient fill. You can use gradient fill. Gradient is more than 2 colors. So if you want to use more gradients, you can click on more gradients. Then right here, you should have gradient fill. Click on gradient fill. Now, do you see the number of colors that you can use? You can click here, just click on any color. Then under this color right here, click on it, then choose a color that you like. Let's say I'll go for this. Now, do you see it? So let's say here, I'll go for this. Here, so you just choose a random color. Just choose the color that works best for you. That is for gradient. And you can add more colors to it. You can remove. Now, do you see? Just hold it, left click on one and drag it out. That's going. If you need new one, just click on it. Click on it. It's going to add more color for you. So, but that is actually not. You can work with gradient. Another thing is you can work with texture. So you have different type of texture that you can work with here. So if you click on this, I'll have that texture. If you click on this, I'll have that texture. So you can work on pattern. If you have any pattern that you want to work with. So you can change the color right here on the foreground. Let's say I want red and yellow. So you can work with that. Another one is now, another way that you can do it is insert picture. So you can insert picture into this shape. I'll just come to shape fill. Now choose picture. Picture, I need from a file. I'll choose from a file. Then I'll just insert a picture. I'll just insert the logo that I want. Now you see, I have that picture. Then I'll reduce it and take it to where I want it to be, like this. Now, do you see I'm not having a perfect circle right now? For me to have it in a perfect way, I'll just hold down Shift, then reduce. Then I'll just put it where I want the logo to be. So as simple as that. Simple as that. So now, that is just working with shapes, working with text box and word art. So let's engineer Busayo, which one did you not get? I said no. So let's move forward. Which one? Engineer Busayo, which one? Engineer Busayo Samuel. Where is she? Engineer Busayo. Engineer Busayo, you talk. Which one did you not understand? Where is she? Engineer Busayo. Hey, talk now. I can hear you. You are good. Okay, fine. Okay. Now let's move forward to addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Then we'll do another thing called cell reference today. So let me come to my desktop and just pick from this file. I'll pick here. Or I think right now. Okay. So let's start with basic function, which is addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So let's quickly do that one before we move to cell reference to create absolute reference, relative reference, and mixed reference. Yes, Shift. Once you press Shift, you left click and drag to the size that you want. So now let's move forward. So if I want to add, let me clear this total. Let me clear this total. So now let me clear the total. Now, if I want to add first test, second test, and third, and the exam, if I want to add it together, I'll use addition. Addition is plus, and there are ways of using addition. I have sum also. You can use sum, but now just come here. Then all our formula will start with equals to. So all our formula will start with equals to, right? Equals to this one, which is cell C3, 15, shift and plus 13 plus 60. Then I press enter. Now I should have 88. I should have 88. Now that I have over 10 names here, what I just do is double click here, then it's going to do others for me. So it's going to do others for me. It's going to do all others for me. Simple as that. That's for addition. So now let's say right here, I want to subtract the first test and second test from this total. I want to know the exam. Let's say we did not note the exam. We just have the total. So we need to get the exam. So I'll say 13 plus 15. That's 60 into brackets. 16 minus 13 plus 15. So we want to remove 13 and 15 from 88. So I'll say equals to 88 minus open brackets 13 plus 15, close brackets, and press enter. So now how many of I did not insert. I did not insert. Just press on your keyboard, just press the equals to sign. Just press it. Equals to, right? And to get your plus, you hold down shift and equals to. That will give you plus. So I'll say 88 minus open brackets 13 plus 15, then I'll close the brackets and press enter. That will give you 60. Now, who knows the reason why I put this 13 and 15? Why did I put them in brackets? Why did I put 15 and 13 in brackets? If you know the reason, just say I, then I will unmute you to explain. Who knows? Who knows the reason why I put these two? Okay, you're raising hand, I'm coming. How many people? David, let me hear from David. You follow the rules of Godmas. Thank you. Oh yeah, David. David, you can unmute yourself. David, you can unmute yourself. Oh, they've already answered the question, so let's continue. Don't let us waste much time. So let's continue. Now that is for minus. So I can double click it down, then it's going to give me the minus. Now I have this one here which I don't need. So I'll just clear this content. I don't need it. I need it to stop right here. If you look here, I have the sum of the total exam, the total of the exam, and right here I have the total of the exam also. So that is how to deal with minus. Now, what if I have plus and minus together? Okay, let's quickly deal with division. Let me insert a new column here, and also insert a new column. So how can we deal with division? So now let's say I want to divide the total by 2. So it's very simple. I'll just say equals to total divided by 2. Then I press enter. 44. Double click it down. So it's going to get it done for me. So if I need the down one also to sum up everything, just drag it down. It's going to sum up everything for me. Sorry. I'll come in and drag it to this side. So it gives me minus this. So that is for division. Now what happens to multiplication? If I want to multiply everything by 2, let's say I want to multiply all this one by 2. Let's say all the text, the second text, I want to multiply everything by 2. So I'll say equals to the second text, hold down shift and 8 by 2 and press enter. Then I'll come here, double click, and I will have that one. Did you understand how I did addition, subtraction, division, and multiplication? Did you understand that? Which one did you not understand? Which one? Ms. Chiamaka said no. She said no. Which one? All. Me. Which one did you not understand? How did I get the multiplication sign? Okay. Now let me start with the multiplication sign. If you press down your shift and 8, shift and you get all except subtraction. Okay, shift and 8 will give you the multiplication sign. Hold down shift and press 8. You should have the multiplication sign. Thank you, Mr. Ruben. So now, for Ms. Chiamaka that said she does not understand all. Now let's start explaining it again. Now, this one is the total, right? The total is the addition of first test, second test, and the exam. That's what will give us the total. So now this C3, I have column C, row 3, right? Which is this, which give me 15. So I'm telling Excel to multiply all the contents in cell C3 plus cell D3 plus cell E3 and give me the answer. So it gives me 88. C3 plus D3 plus E3 should give me 88. So it should give me 88. Then I'll bring my cursor to where it turns to black. So once it turns to this black, then I'll just double click. It's going to do that one for me. Then for the subtraction is, now I want to subtract, let's say we don't know the total of this. Let me hide this. I right click, then come here and see. I'll hide. So now this is what they just give us. They did not give us the total, the exam score. So we want to get the exam score. So to get the exam score, we need to remove the first test and second test from the total so that we get the exam score. So now if I come here, I said F3, which is 88, minus, open bracket, 13 plus 15. 13 plus 15 should give us something like 28. 28 minus 88 will give us 60. So what I tell Excel is, add these two. Whatever is in brackets, Excel usually follows the rules of BODMAS. Then, so it's going to do the one in bracket first. After I get the answer, then it will follow the other rules. So it added these two together. It says D3, which is 13 plus 15, which gives Excel 28. Now 28 minus 88, which is in F3. This is it. 28 minus 88. 88 is F3. So it gives us 60. So you bring your cursor down to where it's turned to this plus, double click, it's going to give you the answer. Now, for the division, Linda, are you here? Linda, if you are here, just type you are here. Then I'm going to attend to your question once I'm done with this now. So now, we have 26 right here, division, which is we divided this total by 2. So 88 divided by 2 will give us 44. Slash is the division sign. So then you bring your cursor right here, double click, you get the answer. The same thing with this. D3 multiplied by 2 will give us this. This is 13 multiplied by 2 will give us 26. 14 multiplied by 2 will give us 28. So that is how we arrive at this. So let me unhide it. Okay, now we are back. So let's quickly move forward to how to use absolute reference. You have something to say? Okay. Mr. Ruben. Oh yeah, on mute.
Okay, thank you, sir. What I just want to ask or to say, let me say is a question. this red or yellow box that is there, I notice because I'm using the data you sent, the data you are using, that is what I'm listening to. On top of these values, other division that we have, I wrote
Which
division.
one? Which one did you say? Which one are you talking about?
This yellow box.
This
Something.
yellow
This
box.
color. Yes. I even tried to remove it yesterday, but I could not. So,
Okay, how do you remove it?
sir?
Is it how to remove it?
Then under these values that we got for division, this thing, I wrote division. That is as the header of that this thing. So immediately I shift myself to the other. I move my cursor to the other side. It turns to division. You can just try it. Maybe on top of the values, you write division. When
Okay, let's wait. One by one. Let me show you how to remove this one first. You have this, right? You highlight everything. You have to highlight. Now, it's nothing but the background color. And here, this is where you remove the background color. So if I click on this drop down, I'll say no fill. No fill. So it's going to remove the background color for you. Hope that answers your question.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Now let's move forward to this one now. For subtraction, can we do F3 minus? I'm coming back, Ms. Fatima, please. Now this is what this is subtraction, right? Subtraction. Now this is, let me quickly revise this. This is division. This is what? This is multiplication. So now we have all this. So what is your question, Mr. Ruben? Mr. Ruben. Mr. Ruben is not here. Now, Miss Fatima, please let me hear your own question. Where is she? I'm looking for this, Mrs. Fatima. Okay, fine. Okay, Mrs. Fatima, you can unmute now.
Sir, I said for the subtraction.
Let
You
me
said
let me go back to the sheets, please.
yes, sir.
Okay, I'm back here now. So what were you trying to say?
For the subtraction,
Yes.
you said F3, then the subtraction sign. You know this, you started with the D3, which is the second set instead of the first set. So
Okay.
I said, can we do it vice versa, or we must have to take the second set?
No. You can do it anyhow you like. It all depends on what you like. So let me edit it. So let me delete it again. Open brackets. I can start with any one. Doesn't matter. So C.
Then the seed for the D.
Yes. Plus D3. Then I'll close the bracket and press enter. Still the same thing.
Okay, thank you. That's good.
It's going to give you the same answer.
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So please mute yourself back. How to add grade or pass or fail automatically? Okay, now let's quickly do that. That is using if formula. Let me clear these ones, or let me just insert a new column. So this one, you have to take it very easy. It's if, and it's called nested if. Did you get? It is called if, nested if. We are going to nest if together. So for those of you that has not watched the if. For those of you that has not watched the if, do you get? Go and watch the if formula. Go and watch that if video. This one, I'm going to nest all of them together. So if, this if. So now, this is not a function, it's a formula. If is not a function, it's a formula. All this one, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, they are called functions. They are called functions. But this one is a formula. So I'll say equals to if, right? Now if you see, we have if error, if any, and ifs. This if is to give multiple criteria. If error, I'm going to show you how to use that one with VLOOKUP. Now, what is my logical test? Let's say the pass mark is 50 for every student. The pass mark is 50. So someone should please type out the grade for me from, let's say, A1, B2, C3, D4, something. Please, someone should please type it out for me so that I'll know the grade. Please, someone should please do that. Or who can be telling me? And if anybody scores from, like this one now, that score from 88. From 88 to what is A1? From what to what is B2? From what to what is C3? For those of us that are teacher. Okay, who is this? Mr. Ahmed, I need you to unmute yourself. Let me quickly unmute you. Let me unmute you so that you'll be telling me. Mr. Ahmed, let me look for you. Okay, please unmute yourself. Okay, fine. Okay, now.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Wait, I'm coming. If A is what? Our logical test. A is going to be
70 and above,
right? If
yeah.
If this cell, sorry, please. Let me just check. Okay. So if this cell is greater than, is what is the lowest for A when we want start to get A? From 70, right?
Yes.
If this cell is greater than or equals to 60, is equals to 70, right? That is the logical test. That is the logical test. I've given an example. If that cell is greater than or equals to 70, so if the value is true, what should it write? Then in a quotation mark, I'll say it should write A1. A1, right? Then I close the quotation. Is that okay? Now, it's now saying
yes.
If the value is false, what should it write? Now, if the value is false, since it is not only A1, we need B2, we need C, we need D and E and F, right? So now I'll say if again, now I'm nesting if inside if. What is the logical test? The logical test is if F3, now we want B now. If F3, I'll type it there myself because I don't want to select it twice again. If F3 is greater than or equals to, where does B start?
60.
60.
60.
Equals to 60, right? I'll close. If the value is true, what should it write? In a quotation, it should write what? B. If I'm right. Is this correct?
Sorry, it stopped at 69.
Yes. If it is from 60 and above, that is what I said. Greater than or equals to 60. So it's going to start taking from 60 and above. Did you get?
Okay.
Now, 60.
Yes.
Then I'll close the quotation mark, comma. Now, if the value is false, what should it write? Then I'll say, if the value is false again, then if the logical test will be what again? F3 is greater than or equals to 50, right?
Yes.
Then, if that is true, what should it write? It should write C. Then close the quotation again. Then, if the value is false, what should it write? Then we still have E and F, right?
Yes.
We still have E and F. So if F3, sorry, I did not write if F3 is greater than or equals to what? 40. Are you following? Comma.
Yes.
If the value is true, what should it write? It should write D, right?
Yeah.
So, comma, if the value is false, we need to have F, right? So F start from what? Let's say for those people that get
39.
39 or 30.
30, let's say 30.
Okay, if F3 is greater than or equal to 30, comma, what should it write? Should write F9 in a quotation mark. F9 in a quotation mark. Close the quotation. Now, if you notice, I wrote my F9 in small letter because I'm not trying to select a reference. So if I write it in capital letter, it's going to think that I'm referring to a particular cell. Did you get?
Yes.
So that is that about that. And if the value is false, what should it write? I'll say it should write nothing. Or let's say, you know what? People that score below. I'm coming. Let me quickly delete this. Now say people that score below 40. Let's just use less than 40. If F3 is less than 40. So anybody, if F3 is less than 40, if F3 is less than 40, then you should write F9. And if the value is false, it's not possible for it to be false. I'll just put a quotation mark there, space and quotation mark. Now, I have to close my brackets based on the number of amounts, based on the numbers of time that I have my brackets open. So if I should count, I have 1 bracket here, 2 brackets here, 3 brackets, 4 brackets, and 5 brackets. So I have to close it 5 times. Close 1, close 2, close 3, close 4, and close 5. I press enter. Now this person scores A1. If I double click it down, I should have this. Did you get it? How many of us get it up to this point? How many of us get it up to this point? Are we still here? Okay, fine. I want to talk. Mr. Ruben. Mr. Ruben said she wants to talk. Linda, please, you ask your question now, so I will take your question now. But let me quickly. Mr. Ruben said he wants to talk. Let me look for Mr. Ruben. Mr. Ruben, do you are on mute?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
So, yeah, I'm following you, but where you say if open bracket F3 is less than 40, comma, in quotes F9, and you said something that we have like whether 5 open brackets,
yes,
something. So, how are we going to conclude? Because that is where I am before you press enter and I couldn't.
Okay, now you see, how many brackets? You have to close it based on the number of brackets that you have open.
Okay.
So now, if I count right from here, I have, this is my first, okay, let's start from the beginning. This is my first bracket that I open. So this is one bracket. This is two brackets. This is three brackets. And 5 brackets. What is this, Mr. Ruben?
Yes, sir. My own is, I don't know, my own is 6 brackets.
How is your own 6 brackets? Then close it 6 times if it is 6 brackets that you have open.
Okay. I think I got it. Okay, I got it. You didn't make use of 30.
No, I did not say if 80, aside from 70. He said started with
The second to the last, you say if open bracket F3 is greater than or equals to 40.
Yes.
The person should
get
be graded with D.
Yes.
Okay, then after that one, you now said okay.
Anybody that scored less than 40.
Okay.
So anybody that scores less than 40 should get F9.
Okay, then I will close with 5 brackets.
It's not 5 brackets. You need to count the number of brackets you have open.
Yes, now it's 5.
Okay. I think the practice is after the class. Did you get this now?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, congrats. Now let's quickly list.
Thank you, sir.
I think I'll have to stop here today because I want to answer Linda. Linda,